So it is currently 4 a.m. I woke up out of bed just to get the meat out of the freezer so I can eat it for tomorrow. And I decided to make a quick little video before I go back to bed because I can't go to sleep, unfortunately. I wanted to talk about who is the ideal fighter for Max Holloway to fight for the BMF title. Now, let's think about that. Max Holloway recently lost the Ilya Topuria. You know, Topuria was being, I'm not gonna lie, even though I'm a Topuria fan, he was being a little bit weird by carrying the belt for out his shoulder, the BMF belt on his shoulder for in the Max fight, but you don't earn a BMF fight that way. And as we all know currently, the lineal BMF champ is actually Bilal Muhammad, which pains me to say, honestly. It with a heavy heart. But who should Max Holloway fight next? And you know, I have a couple ideas for who Max Holloway can fight next, and specifically for the BMF title. And I think the only person, well, there's a couple people that he can fight, but I think the person with the most sense right now is Charles Oliveira. I mean, think about it. Charles Oliveira right now, even though the situation with Arman and Makachev happened recently, and people are saying that, what's the word? People are saying that, you know, Arman has to fight again for a rematch to earn the title fight for Islam. Sorry. Freaking hiccups. Anyways, people are saying that Arman has to earn the rematch again to fight Islam. Or people are saying that Arman and Charles need to fight again and they can fight for the title for Islam. And then Islam is going to sit out until like Abu Dhabi, October to fight again. But here's the thing. Let's talk about this. What are the chances that actually happens? Yeah, some people are saying it makes sense, but it's boring, it's predictable. Do we need to see an immediate rematch? Well, not an immediate rematch, but technically, no, technically it would be an immediate rematch by Arman. For Charles, it wouldn't because he fought Chandler a couple months ago. But for Arman, it would be an immediate rematch. Do we really need to see it? Like, honestly, I know some people say it makes sense, but I don't want to see it. I don't. I'd rather see someone like, I'd rather see Max Holloway fight Charles Oliveira for the BML fight, and then Arman can fight someone else and like fight Islam for the title. I don't know what they have planned for Islam. I think Islam is probably going to be like the backup for Shavkat Rakhmonov and Bilal Muhammad. That's my opinion. But just in case we don't get that, like, let's just say we do get Arman versus Charles Oliveira too, which I don't want to see, but let's just say that it could happen because it's all hypotheticals and you never know what can happen. Then I think the next fighter that makes sense is maybe Michael Chandler. I know Michael Chandler hasn't earned it, and Michael Chandler should fight down the rankings, but who doesn't want to see that? Who doesn't want to see Michael Chandler versus Max Holloway? Do I think Chandler wins? Probably not. I love Chandler. He's one of my favorite fighters in the UFC, but I think he just loses to everybody at lightweight at this point. That's a good fight. That's a fight that makes sense. Like, let's be honest, it makes sense. What's another fight that we can talk about? Let me see. I know some people are talking about Paddy Pimblett versus Max Holloway. Like, as insane as that is, I don't think that's a good fight. But some people are talking about it. It could be any kind of fight. Any kind of fight can be good. And I think we just need to think it through over which fight is better. And I know some people are talking about saying, oh, what about the Poirier trilogy? Now, here's the thing about Poirier trilogy. Just give me a second. I'm sorry. The thing about the Poirier trilogy is Poirier's old, man. Like, I know he's not that old. He just fought for the title. But do we really want to see a trilogy again? Do we really want to see Dustin Poirier even have a shot again at the BMF title? Like, that's another thing. Because he had a chance for the BMF title the first time he fought Justin. What was it, about a year ago, year and a half ago? I can't quite remember. But it was a long time ago. And you know, he had the opportunity to fight for the BMF title and he got knocked out by Justin. I actually remember picking Justin Gaethje to beat Dustin Poirier in that fight. A lot of people were giving me shit for it, saying, oh, Gaethje's a worse striker. And I was like, nah. I think Gaethje's going to put it on Poirier. I think Poirier, like, his head was up his ass. He was just too confident. Like, here's the thing. It's an unpopular opinion, but I actually really dislike Poirier. Poirier, to me, is like one of those guys that will play, like, nice guy and like be passive aggressive on Twitter, but then like the minute anyone calls him out for it, he gets super aggressive, and like he's always got this passive aggressive guy energy, like humble loser, sword winner type of thing. I can't stand Poirier. Like, I really can't. There's lots of fighters I actually can't stand that people like. For example, I can't stand Stipe either, but that's besides the point. So let's see, what are our options? Max Holloway versus Poirier. versus Chandler versus Oliveira versus Paddy Pimblett. And I know there's a couple things that people can say are good matchups. Like, let's look at the lightweight rankings. Let me go to the UFC website and look at the lightweight rankings right now. And, you know, as I'm looking that up, there's tons of fighters, I think, that can be fun for Max. Like, it doesn't even have to be grapple hairy. Like, what about Rafael Fiziev? Rafael Fiziev would be a really fun fight. I don't even know what Fiziev is going to fight next. Like, people are saying Fiziev is injured, but I think he can give, like, a good fight to Max Holloway. Anyways, let's see. 155 UFC rankings. Just give me a minute here. Let's see. UFC's website is kind of eh. So, looking at the top 15. Grant Dawson, Benoit Saint-Denis, Jalen Turner, Paddy Pimblett, Rafael Fiziev, Fernando Moicano, Benil Dariush, Mateusz Gamrot, Michael Chandler, Dan Hooker. All right. Max Holloway is number 5 in the rankings. I think he needs one more win. Who do I think he can fight? Well, actually, I can maybe see them doing an argument for a Holloway versus Arman Tsarukyan fight too. A BMF fight and also a title shot for Islam Makhachev. So we got plenty of names. We got Holloway. Here's what I think is most likely going to happen. Like, out of all the people to fight at lightweight, here's the people that I think Max is most likely going to happen. Number 1, Oliveira. Number 2, Tsarukyan. Number 3, Michael Chandler. Number 4, Dustin Poirier. Number 5, Paddy Pimblett. Everyone else, forget about it. It's not happening. Those are the fighters that I think from most likely to least likely are going to fight Max Holloway for the BMF title. And I think the first two, if they do fight Max, they can have a chance for a title shot. For example, if I think Max Holloway beats Oliveira, you can give him the argument to get a title shot. But if they do match him up with Arman, then I think Arman can probably get a title shot too. And I actually think Max might actually beat Oliveira. As insane as that sounds, I think he could. I know that's crazy to say, but I think he can actually beat Oliveira. I don't know if he can beat Arman, but I think he could have a chance with Oliveira. I think he beats Chandler. I think he beats Poirier. Has a competitive fight with Tsarukyan most likely. And I think he can actually even beat Oliveira. I don't know if that's delusional me saying that, but I think he has a chance. Like, people forget how good Max is, man. Anyways, that's it for this video. I just wanted to make it quick and short. It's 4 a.m. going back to bed. I'll see you guys in the next one.